So congratulations and welcome to this youth build. How many of us have built a house before with Habitat? Put your hand up. I'm the only one. You guys are going to have so much fun. So thank you very, very much again for putting your hands up. First of all, I don't know if you're all here, but these are the groups that are going to be building over the next 3 days. We've got the gang from the Covenant Brothers, CMF, Togulailai, WWF, YWCA, and Rere Youth. And we also have a couple of individuals who just put their hands up and probably just, found out about it. We have Tevita Mataika. Is Tevita here? No, not yet. He's probably going to come in another... See, what we're doing is we've put people into different groups because we have 2 houses and we've divided everyone into groups. So every day we have 2 lots of people building on one house. So you come in a morning shift and an afternoon shift because we don't want you to go home and spend the rest of your Christmas holidays with blisters. So Tevita Mataika and also Aralai Navalurua. Thank you very much for coming. And also we have people from Mind 12 who are going to be joining us over the next few days. Now, our major sponsors, who we're going to be hearing from very, very shortly, are the New Zealand Aid Program. So they have been the major supporters, as well as the EU, in funding these things. And the bills are not cheap because it takes a lot of money to put these houses together, to make sure that they're volunteers, that we get the things that we need, the tools, the building materials, and so on. So I also want to say thank you to our local sponsors, the Rotary Club of Suva North, Getrix Limited, Quality Print, Vinod Patel, Aqua Fiji, and FMF. So this youth build, the reason why we're calling it a youth build is I'm inviting people between the ages of 15 and 30. And you're part of a program that is touching the South Pacific and the Southeast Asia region. So this youth build happens from December right through till March 2015. And we here in Fiji, this is the first time that Habitat for Humanity Fiji is doing a youth build. And this time we're joining 14 other countries: Bangladesh, Cambodia, China, India, Indonesia, Japan, Nepal, New Zealand, the Philippines, Singapore, South Korea, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Vietnam, and a special region of Hong Kong. So Fiji is really the only South Pacific island nation that is taking part in this youth build that is happening right around the world. So the whole aim of a youth build is to involve you, the future generations or future leaders, in helping give Fijians something that is absolutely needed, and that's shelter. And all of us, most of us are very lucky to live in a good home. But living in Suva even, there are lots of people, we see them every day, our neighbors, people we travel past every day, who live in houses that could be a lot better. So what you're doing today is you're enabling 2 very needy families to have a home by February next year. What's going to happen now is we're going to build these homes, and then we're going to, this is so that everyone in Suva can see them. And I hope you take lots of photos, put them on your Facebook page, encourage your friends to volunteer next time there's a youth build call. Volunteer sponsors, especially because funding is always needed. And also if you have friends overseas, I took part in a build in Korepita in Lotoka last year. And the Canadian volunteers, the university students, they raised themselves 87,000 Canadian dollars to come to Fiji, because these volunteers fly themselves to Fiji, or they don't fly the plane, but they pay for their own airfares, they pay for their own accommodations, pay for their own meals, and then they donate to the build, and then they actually build a house themselves. So us here, we're really lucky. We actually get our t-shirts and all that sort of thing done for us. So we're hoping that by you posting this on social media, you'll encourage your friends to join, you'll encourage sponsors to give funds, and you'll also encourage overseas friends to come to Fiji to come and volunteer. Okay, enough from me. I'd now like to hand the mic over to Mark, who's the representative of the New Zealand government here in Fiji, to say a few words to you, and then he's going to drive the first nail into the building to start the building off. Let's give Mark a big round of applause.
Naka, namaste, and a big kia ora to everyone here. Look, thanks for the very warm introduction, and it's really cool to be down here today to see the youth build in action. It's really, really neat, and you should all take a bit of a bow and give yourselves a hand for being part of what sounds a bit like a global movement. New Zealand has worked for a long time with Habitat for Humanity Fiji, and we've done some pretty significant projects with Masi and with Habitat for Humanity. I'd just like to recognise my colleagues who are here with me today, Ms. Whangasamisi, who's down the back, and Tutangi, who was recently stolen from the Australian High Commission and back where he belongs. But you know, we really value our partnership with Habitat for Humanity Fiji, and one of the really important things about that partnership is that it involves big communities. We were talking about Koroi Pita before, which is something that the New Zealand government and Habitat for Humanity and Rota Homes and the community of Koroi Pita have all partnered together to make happen. We've also been very involved with Masi and Habitat for Humanity in cyclone relief after 2012 and Cyclone Evan. And we're into the second stage of providing transitional shelters for people who lost their homes in that cyclone. Masi is an architect, and he will tell you that these houses that you are building today are extremely strong and are rated to Cat 5, so they will withstand a Category 5 cyclone. Which makes them pretty strong and means that even people who are, as was said earlier, you know, right on the fringes and some of the least privileged people in society can actually be safe through a really big storm. So that's a really neat thing. One of the great things that Habitat for Humanity Fiji suggested and we agreed to was that we should build a stock, and Habitat for Humanity should prepare a stock of transitional emergency homes to have, and there are 60, I think, Masi, is that right? 60 of those homes that Habitat for Humanity hold on to. And one of the things I think you're going to learn in the next couple of days is quite how quickly, with a bit of effort and a bit of dedication, you can create a decent home for a family. So that's a great thing. I'm not going to say too much more because you guys have got work to do. Just after I first arrived in Fiji a little over a year ago, one of the first things I got pressed into was got a phone call from this big bloke over here who said, "Hey, would you like to come and participate in a board build?" Now, no one told me it was going to be about 35 degrees, but we had a fantastic day out in Nandi. Myself and another of my colleagues, Richard Dirks, helping the Habitat for Humanity board, and I know Phoebe is here and others from the board may be here, put up 6 transitional shelters in an informal settlement out the back of Nandi. And one of the things I think that taught me is, you know, working as a team, you can get a heck of a lot done together in a fairly short space of time. It also taught me that building is hard work, and you guys are going to experience a bit of that and learn a few skills on the way. So I'd like to wish you all the very best for the next 3 days. It's fantastic to see this, and having the visibility down here in Sukuna Park under the rain trees with a beautiful view of Suva Harbour. You couldn't ask for a nicer place to do your volunteering. So congratulations to all the volunteers, to Masi and all the crew from Habitat for Humanity Fiji. Once again, this is a really nice opportunity for us to strengthen our partnership, which has gone on for a lot of years, and it's really valued by us. We really value your work. So a big manaka waka for that, and I'd like to wish you all the best for the next 3 days. Manaka waka.